Morning, students. I hope you're all doing fine and staying safe at home. Well, students, I think by now you would have got the notes for the first lesson and the second lesson too, and also the poem. Now I'm back with a chapter in grammar, the adverb clauses of purpose. But before going on to the adverb clauses of purpose, I would like to tell you about the previous chapter, clauses, the two main kinds of clauses. So for those of you who have missed out on the first chapter in grammar, here is a recap and a brief explanation of that topic. So what are clauses, children? Clauses are a group of words that has a subject, they have a subject and a verb. Now there are two kinds of clauses. You will see that they are independent clauses or the main clause and the subordinate clause. Now girls, as you see in the chart here, there are clauses, two main kinds of clauses, the independent or the main clause, the dependent or the subordinate clause. Now, the independent clause can stand on its own and makes complete sense on its own. But the dependent clause, it depends on the independent clause to make complete sense. You see in the first example, drink your milk before it turns cold. Now the first part of the sentence is a clause and the second part also is a clause. But the first part of the sentence can stand on its own and make complete sense. Drink your milk. Whereas this part of the sentence, the second part, before it turns cold, cannot stand on its own and make complete sense. If I just tell you before it turns cold, you won't understand the complete picture unless I give you the main clause or the independent clause. If I say drink your milk before it turns cold, now it makes complete sense. So you know that independent clauses make complete sense on their own, whereas subordinate or dependent clauses depends on the main clause or the independent clause in order to make complete sense. So you see, most of the sentences begin with a conjunction. That's how you identify a subordinate clause. They start with a conjunction. So you see the next example. You will win a medal if you work hard. So you will win a medal. This is the first part of the sentence, the independent clause. You will win a medal. It makes complete sense on its own. You will win a medal if you work hard. If you work hard is a subordinate clause. So this depends on the main clause to make complete sense. In the same way, he spoke loudly so that his grandmother could hear him. Next, exercise regularly in order to stay fit. So you can see the subordinate clauses, they have a conjunction before them. Before, if, so that, in order to. Now we are going on to the adverb clause of purpose. Girls, if you look or turn to page 23, you would see that there are some sentences which show you the adverb clause of purpose. There is a conversation between Tyapa and the old English gentleman. Tyapa is telling the old English gentleman, my eldest aunt refused to relocate to a new house that she had not seen before. Now, why didn't the aunt want to relocate to a new house? Because she hadn't seen it before. So that was the purpose of the action. She didn't want to go there because she had not seen that house before. So we have the adverb clause of purpose here, that she had not seen before. I was sent to recce the house in order to make sure that everything was all right. Why was Tyapa sent to see the house? In order to make sure that everything was all right. So here's the purpose of the action. In order to make sure that everything was all right. Now girls, you have the words in color are called adverb clauses of purpose. They are subordinate clauses that function as adverbs in a sentence. They tell us the purpose of the action. So these verbs are called adverb clauses of purpose. Now usually these words begin by subordinating conjunctions like that, so that, in order to, and lest. And these are usually followed by will, can, may, could. So now if you look at some more examples down, you see you should read the instructions before filling up the form lest you make mistakes. So why should you read the instructions? What is the purpose of it? Your purpose of the action? Lest you make mistakes. If you don't read the instructions, you are liable to make mistakes. So they say you should read the instruction before filling up the form lest you make mistakes. So lest you make mistakes is the adverb clause of purpose here. Then we strive hard so that we may succeed. Why do we strive hard? So that we may succeed. What is the purpose of striving hard? So that we may succeed. This is the adverb clause of purpose. And you see how it begins, the adverb clause. It begins with words such as lest, so that, in order that. The third sentence, you see, the guests went out really early in order that they may catch the view of the rising sun. Why did they go out early? In order that they may catch the view of the rising sun. So you know now the purpose of the action is the adverb clause of purpose. If you go on to your exercises, I will give you 2 examples. I will do the first 2 for you and then you try and do the rest on your own. Okay children, now you see the first one. The exercises underline the adverb clauses of purpose in these sentences. Ramya studies hard so that she can do well in class. Why does Ramya study hard? So that she can do well in class. So this is the adverb clause of purpose. In the same manner, you got the second one. Put your sweater on lest you should catch a cold. Why should you put your sweater on? Lest you should catch a cold. So girls, in the next page, you have some more sentences and you try and do that on your own. And when we meet again or when I give you the next session, I will call out the answers for all the grammar that we have done up to now. So we will be covering this for your P1 exams. Adverb clause of purpose. Now some more examples children over here. Sheila wore a mask in order to stay safe. Why did she wear a mask? What was the purpose of it? In order to stay safe. So this underlined word in green is the adverb clause of purpose. We worked hard so that we would succeed. What is the purpose of working hard? So that we would succeed. So from here to here is the adverb clause of purpose. You can see it underlined in green sketch. Yes, I reread the message in order to ensure there were no mistakes. Why did I reread the message? In order to ensure there were no mistakes. So the purpose is being given here. The condition or the purpose that has been given, that is called the adverb clause of purpose. Prepare well for the exam lest you fail. What is the meaning of lest here? It means or else, otherwise. So why should you prepare well for the exam? Lest you fail. So the main points you've got to remember here is the words in color are called adverbs. Can you see the words in color? Green color they are called adverb clauses of purpose. Okay, they are subordinate clauses that function as adverbs in a sentence. They are all subordinate clauses. It depends on the main clause. They tell us about the purpose of the verb. Yes, they tell you why. It continues the sentence saying what is the purpose. They are usually introduced by subordinating conjunctions such as that, so that, in order to, lest, and in order that. Did you get it, children? Now I will furthermore give you some examples in the textbook and then you can do those exercises on your own. In the next grammar class, I will clear all your doubts by giving the answers and telling you the reason for the answers. Okay children, have a good day.